We are now getting more familiar with one of the most iconic amplifiers in the history of rock. We have here an original vintage 1964 Vox AC30 Top Boost from the JMI era. With its distinctive look, we've seen this British amplifier in the old pictures of the Shadows, Beatles, Rolling Stones and Yardbirds. In the following decades, it was still leading the back line on the stages of Rory Gallagher, Queen, U2 and R.E.M. The AC30 does not sound transparent as a Fender blackface amplifier, as it has its own unique personality and color. When I think about the sound of a Vox AC30 Top Boost produced in the 60s by Jennings-JMI, what comes to my mind is the unbelievable tone of Brian Jones' guitar in the introduction of Jumping Jack Flash. Its sound is clean yet very aggressive, a bit nasal. It's a silken tone, rich of harmonics and warm, smooth frequencies. The story of the AC30 begins with an innovative Class A circuit designed by Dick Denny in the 50s. Back then, importing in Europe, the heavy American amplifiers operated on 110 volts was an expensive and difficult task. Tom Jennings, holder of JMI, Jennings Musical Industries, was interested in producing an amplifier that could meet the needs of the European players of the time. Denny's design was the answer. Jennings created the brand Vox and in 1958 started to market Denny's amplifier with the name AC-15. AC stands for Amplifier Combination, meaning that it was a combo amplifier including head and speaker cabinet, and 15 indicated the wattage. The unique diamond grille cloth would become a blueprint of the Vox company. With the explosion of rock and roll, the power of the AC-15 could not really keep up with the needs of larger music venues. So, in late 1959, Denny developed some sort of doubled AC-15. And guess what? They named it AC-30. The first version had 2 channels, with 2 inputs each. In 1960, Denny added a brilliant channel and the 2 related inputs, so the AC30/6 could now count 6 inputs. In the 60s, it was not uncommon that the whole band shared only 1 or 2 of these amplifiers. In 1961, Vox introduced the Top Boost optional module, which included an extra tube, a treble and a bass control, and was usually installed in the rear panel. It was Dick Denny's answer to the bright switch on Fender amplifiers, and was intended to add some more high frequencies and input gain to the brilliant channel. Starting from 1964, the TB version, like this one, carried the additional valve and tone controls of the Top Boost as an integral part of the structure and no more as an add-on. The first thing that you might notice when you look at an AC30 is that the layout of the control panel appears reversed when compared to most amplifiers. The reason of this is that at the dawn of the amplified instruments era, guitar players used to sit behind their amplifiers, which were placed in front of the audience, so the control panel was designed with this disposition in mind. In the control panel, we find the 6 inputs for the 3 channels, each with a couple of parallel inputs and related volume controls: vibrato, normal and brilliant. These are the controls for the vibrato, operated with this remote foot switch. This control cuts the high frequencies and affects all channels, while treble and bass are the Top Boost tone controls and only affect the brilliant channel. The normal channel is great with several instruments. I use it in my recordings with a harmonica, acoustic guitar or resophonic guitar. Well, the AC30 might not be too indicated for more bassy signals. The Celestion G12 Blue speakers play a key role in defining the AC30 sound. They are the first speakers ever designed specifically for guitar, and many players still consider them unsurpassed to this day. Don't look at me. In the following years, they switched color to dark grey and lighter grey, where they changed the reddish grey cloth to black in 1965. The chassis is mounted on a pull-out drawer, which makes servicing quite easy. Let's have a look under the hood. The layout is very straightforward. We have the mains and the output transformers. The choke, this is the rectifier tube, which converts the alternate current out of the mains transformer in direct current. This is the matched quartet of EL84 power tubes. Matched means that they are tested to perfectly work together and will wear evenly. This is the preamp tubes array. This is for the operation of the top boost circuit. This is the V2, the phase inverter or driver tube, which is the hardest working preamp tube in the signal chain. This is the V1 for preamp of normal and brilliant channels. These are the three tubes intended for the operation of the vibrato circuit and preamp of the vibrator channel. This Class A circuit generates so much heat that it could be almost used as a heater in the winter. Therefore, later AC30s feature larger and more efficient grill vents. This is my personal #1 amplifier. For 20 years exactly. I'm using it in all my recordings, and I'm dragging it around with my band whenever we can travel with our own backline. It's heavy, but sounds to me and to our audience like the real deal, and not like some packet digital imitation. In the next episode, I will show you a really interesting guitar, which will give us the chance to hear more great tones from this outstanding amplifier. So if you are interested, subscribe the BTR channel and turn on notifications for a prompt update.